Hello my loves. In today's yoga practice we're going to focus on the heart center and opening that heart space. So come into a comfortable seated position. Let the eyes close. And just take a few breaths. Settle into the space. As you settle into the breath, and just notice the breath. The expansion of the rib cage, the movement of your body with your breath. And begin to notice the front of your body here, specifically into the upper ribs and the chest. Is there any sense of tightness or restriction? How much movement do you have in the ribs here? How much movement do you have in the lower ribs? And what about the sides of the rib cage? And then into the back body, the back ribs. Take one more breath here. And let the eyes open. And then come around onto the hands and the knees. And as you take hands and knees, spread the fingers nice and wide. And just take a little bit of cat and cow here. Inhale in, the navel descends, the head looks forward. Exhale, pull the navel to the spine, tuck in the chin, look back to the feet. And just slowly move through those two positions. As you fall through center, just take a pause. And as you look towards your knees here, lift your right knee and send it a little bit further forward than your left knee. Take the left hand to the middle of your mat, kind of underneath your head here, and take the right hand to the back of the head. As you next inhale, rotate and take the torso to the right side. Unwind and bring yourself back. Rotate to the right. Release back. Do it a couple more times. Feeling some rotation here. Because quite often when we lead this movement with the arm, it ends up all being about this top shoulder. But what I want to know is how much can you turn the heart center to that right side. Next time that right shoulder reaches up and the heart turns to the right, stay there. And let the right hand reach up and over to the right hip. It can either stay at the right hip, or can you eke that right hand back behind, and almost like you're trying to put it in your left pant pocket. Take one more breath. Release that right hand back to the floor. Unwind. Bring the left hand back into the left side. Resettle the knees. Sit the hips back. And take child's pose. Just taking a couple of breaths in child's pose. Lengthen the arms forward, come back up to the hands and the knees. Let the left knee this time be the one that reaches forward just a little bit. The right hand will come to this middle of your mat. The left hand will rest on the back of the head. And then rotate the trunk. Take the heart center to the left side. Unwind. Heart to the left. And unwind. Do it a couple of times and start to evaluate and notice if the rotation feels different on this side. Do you have one side where the rotation just feels a little bit freer, a little bit easier? Next time that heart center faces the left side, take a pause. Maybe the left hand comes around and rests on the left hip. And if it can, take it all the way back behind, trying to rest it into that front right pocket. Let the left hand rise back, come down to the floor. Resettle yourself back onto all fours. Sit the hips back. Take child's pose. Reaching the arms forward. Come back up to the hands and the knees. Spread the fingers wide. Pull the navel to the spine. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up. Take downward facing dog. And just take a little pedal through your down dog. Thinking about length all the way from the pelvis through to the shoulders and out through the fingertips here. Settle into down dog. Float the right leg up and away. Bend the knee and step the right foot through between the hands. Drop the left knee to the floor. Maybe untuck the toe, maybe leave it tucked, whatever feels right for you. Push down through the right foot, rise up. And then take the arms and reach them out to the sides. Maybe you bend the elbows into goddess arms here. Drawing the shoulders back, drawing the elbows back. And as you rest for a couple more breaths, think about from the shoulders, rotate the fingers down towards the floor. Squeeze the forearms behind the body and rest the forearms and the space behind the lower back. Maybe you grab a hold of wrists, forearms, or elbows. Whatever feels right for your body here. Squeezing the shoulders back, opening through the heart space. Taking another 3 breaths. Next inhale, let the arms reach all the way out. Exhale, hinge forward, bring the hands to the floor. Tuck the left toe, lift the knee. Send the right foot back with the left foot, lift the hips up. Take downward facing dog. Float that left leg up and away. Bend the knee, step the left foot through. Drop the right knee to the floor. Again, maybe you untuck the toe, maybe it stays tucked, whatever feels right for you. Rise back up. And thinking about this lunge again, sweep the arms out to the sides. Bend the elbows, goddess arms here, draw the shoulders back, pull the elbows back. From the shoulders, rotate the fingers down to the floor. And then squeeze the arms behind. And as you squeeze the arms behind and you rest with either hands connecting to wrists, forearms, or elbows, notice which side that is on top. And whichever side is on top is probably the one that feels the most comfortable here. So I want you to uncross the arms and recross the other way, which will feel a little bit kind of uncomfortable and weird, but we have to do things that are the opposite of what feels natural sometimes. So just to embrace that feeling of discomfort. Take 2 more breaths. And the arms reach all the way out. Come down to the floor. Tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, step the left foot back, lift the hips up, taking downward facing dog. 2 more breaths in your down dog. From here, float forward and come into plank. Pushing the floor away, draw the navel to the spine. Drop the knees to the floor and then lower the chest and the belly down to the floor. Next, inhale, can a little push into the hands, let the head, the chest, the shoulders all rise away into a little cobra here. And once you find that cobra, pause there, take a few breaths. Maybe see if you can lift the hands away from the floor. Can you stay there using the musculature of your back body? The hands reconnect, lower back down to the floor. Draw the navel to the spine, push to all fours. Take a little bit of cat and cow here. And the next time that you exhale, sit the hips back into child's pose. Reaching the arms forward. Rise back to all fours. Make sure the knees here are separated around hip distance apart. Walk the hands back towards the knees and rise up into kneeling. As you find yourself here, then take the arms out to the sides. Again, finding those goddess arms here. From the shoulders then, rotate the fingers to the floor and draw the hands behind. Again, thinking about which arm is on top, which is on the bottom. Maybe you're doing your comfortable side first. As you find your forearms resting towards the lower back, keep the hips over the knees and just lean the torso back slightly. Let the heart center shine up towards the sky somewhat here. Take 2 more breaths. Rise back up. Release the arms. Bring the hands back to the floor. Back to all fours. And again, take a little bit of cat and cow. Move slowly. As you exhale, next breath, sit the hips back and take child's pose. Lengthen the arms forward. Rise back to all fours. Walk the hands back towards the knees. Rise into kneeling. Take the arms out to the side. Goddess arms here. From the shoulders, rotate the fingers to the floor. Bring the arms behind, and again, think about the opposite arms, opposite arm on top. Whatever feels comfortable, that's perhaps the one that you did previously. So switch it around and do the other way. Drawing the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades towards the spine. And if it feels comfortable or something that you want to explore, resting those forearms towards the lower back. And just tip the heart center up. Let it shine up and out for the universe to see. Heart open, ready to give and receive love. One more breath. As you rise back up, slowly rise. Release the arms. Bring the hands to the floor, walk them forward. Back to the hands and the knees. Take again, last little cat and cow. As you exhale, next breath, draw the navel to the spine, sit the hips back, taking child's pose. Reach the arms forward. Rise back up to the hands and the knees. Sweep the legs around. Come back into seated, however felt comfortable for you at the beginning of your practice. As you find that seated position, then just sit here. Take a couple of breaths. Let the hands come forward. And then just walk the hands forward just a little bit here. If the forearms reach the floor, then great. If they don't, maybe use a block or let them just have bridged fingers. Either way. Unfold, rise up. Bridge the fingers to the floor at the sides. Feel the crown of the head lengthen and rise. As you inhale the breath, let the arms sweep out and up. As you exhale, draw the hands to the heart center. Inhale, let the arms reach out and up. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. One more time. Let the arms rise out and up. And as you exhale, keep the crown of the head lifting, but drawing the hands to the heart center. Resting here, body, mind, heart and breath, balanced as one. Namaste.